Nigeria's university to be shut down under Buhari until further notice. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, has revealed that it has commenced national mobilization for strike action against the President Muhammadu Buhari-led federal government over the failed implementation of the agreement it reached with the union. Speaking with newsmen after its congress, the chairman, ASUU University of Ibadan chapter, Professor Đ0WÑ, lamented that despite its efforts at making Nigeria great through education, successive administrations have positioned themselves to make Nigeria a retrogressive. He described the federal government as a serial defaulter and bad example for Nigerian youth. The union accused the President Muhammadu Buhari-led government of eroding the trust people initially reposed in them to reposition the education system in the country. According to him, the union is not happy with the government over its consistent failure to fully implement any part of the agreement reached with the union. Omole said that the main conflicting areas are the unfulfilled 2009 agreement, 2012 Memorandum of Understanding, 2013 Memorandum of Understanding, 2017 Memorandum of Action, and 2019 Memorandum of Action. He maintained that the federal government has been paying lip service to funding public education, saying that government has failed to honor the sustainable funding agreement it reached with the union. The ASUU board listed the areas in dispute to include payment of outstanding balance of earned academic allowance up to 2018, unpaid annual salary increments, failure to activate the visitation panels to varsities, and failure of the government to commence a renegotiation team. Government is untrustworthy. They are paying lip service to everything, including education. Things are going worse than before. Their policies are ill-conceived, hence creating more problem than they can solve. Our members are being mobilized. They are to be attacked. This government is wicked. They are impoverishing lecturers with meager amounts being paid. Some departments now beg lecturers to donate paper to run government business. IPPIS is a distraction. They should honor our agreement to avert strike, he said. It's not news and not new that the Nigerian government does not value education. That is it. They do not value education no matter what you want to say. It didn't just start now. Most of the things that have been happening, it's like, a routine, a normal thing that any government that comes in, they just fall into it. And when something is faulty, the foundation is already faulty. The only thing that the government does when it comes to their officials, all these politicians, just go to the Senate. If they say they want to get this, they will tell you they want to get it, and they will get it, no matter how they outcry, no matter what the people will say. They will go ahead and do that, and they will telling you oversight functions. I don't know whether they have already signed that 37 billion naira they want to use to renovate the Senate building. They said they will do it, and before you know it, they will do it. Nigerians can always talk, but the only good thing is that it is these Sarah people that is always, checking them and taking them to court most of the time, and they will, they are getting results most times. Just the same way they will be paying some people who just worked for, or did they serve, or they even worked for 4 years as a governor or as a public officer, as a whatever, and you'll be getting pension for life. And at the end of the day, they get this kind of money, yet you can't even pinpoint what they do. The more they come in, the more they bring down the state, the more they bring down the country. You say you worked and people should pay you for beautiful nonsense. What have you done? Nothing. But when it comes to something that will benefit everybody, they will not be interested. But when it comes to passing bill, you see the state assemblies, they will start passing bill. Oh, pension for a governor who served for 4 years, who served for whatever. That is just the only thing they will quickly pass those bills. Paying people for what? For doing beautiful nonsense. Because they will tell you they have done this, and yet the country still remain the way it is. When you talk of X sector, they don't care, because they know that any little thing, they will fly themselves. When you talk about education, wow, all their children, they go outside the country to get education, and once they get the education, when they come back, they will start fixing their children in key positions. They don't care. Even if the ASUU go for strike for 10 years, it's not going to bother them. And just like they said, they have been playing lip service. You agreed that you are going to do so and so, but yet you will not want to fulfill the part of your agreement. Then you expect the people to clap for you, because before you know it now, they will tell you, oh, these ASUU people, they are demons. They are the ones that do not want the progress of the graduates. But the government is doing its own. They promise that they are going to do it according to what they are telling us. They promise this is what they are going to do, and yet they've not been fulfilling it. It didn't just start now. The issue is that if we know that there is going to be the same trend, there wouldn't have been need for people to change any government, because they are all playing lip service. Are we supposed to be moving forward or to be retrogressing? We're supposed to be moving forward, but reverse is the case. Right from time immemorial, you will continue to hear ASUU has gone on strike. They have gone on strike. This and that. Courses that will take 4 years, 3 years, 5 years, will be taking 10 years. At the end of the day, half-baked graduates. That is what we see all over the place, because there's the environment is not conducive. The lecturers, they don't even just do their own job very well, because they are not even motivated. You can imagine that they are calling lecturers to donate papers for government business. But when it comes to personal things like all these politicians, their allowances, they don't joke with it. They don't joke with it. That is to tell you they don't have interest of the masses at heart. They don't just have it. They will still go on strike now. Is it not who is going to affect the students? They will be the one that will be affected. They don't care, because they know how to settle themselves. They know that it's not going to affect them. Just hear that any of their children, is being held hostage, you will see that they will do everything possible to rescue that person, because they know it's affecting them. But when it comes to education, they know how to settle themselves. They know how to take care of their own children. They don't care. They will hold meeting upon meeting. Even this, they are even talking about, what about NLC? Some states said they can pay, some states they cannot pay. I don't know whether it has been fully implemented, because tomorrow you are going to hear another thing. The NLC will tell you, oh, they've not met their demands. The what is it called? Chris Ngige, who is the minister for labor and what have you, they will be posting them up and down. For how many years? For how long? It's very, very unfortunate. But let's see. But the only thing is that I don't think they are even ready to do anything so that these people will not go on strike. Maybe out of 10 things that they've agreed on, they will just try to say, let them do 2, let them do 1. Just do everything holistically, and everything will be out of it. What can we really pinpoint in this country that we are even good at? When you talk about this particular sector, okay, this is the area which we are good at, that things are really working well. Which area? I have never seen. Someone says Buhari doesn't know the value of education. That is why he doesn't have any certificate. Let's talk about it. Even when we talk about Buhari, this issue of ASUU didn't just start now. It has been. And that's why I say these guys, they always fall back to, it has been a trend that this new government is supposed to change the narratives. And that is where people are just getting confused. Because this issue of not obeying agreements with even labor, with ASUU, it's not just starting today. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. See what the years they really listed here, that the government ought to have fulfilled a 2009 agreement, 2012, 2013, 2017. Okay, 2013, but 2009, 2012. It has been like that. It has been like that. So this issue of Buhari or no Buhari, it's neither here nor there, because the trend has just been there. How many years? Since time immemorial, you hear ASUU has gone on strike. ASUU has gone on strike 1 year, 6 months, 3 months, and every time the years of the students, they just waste their time. It has been a trend for a very long time. I don't know. Like I said, what is that thing that we can say we are really good at? That this area, okay, kudos. This is what we can really be proud of as Nigerians. Nothing. Everything is just standard. Someone says this is not Jonathan. No. This is the next level president you voted for. What difference does it make you roll out illiterate year in, year out? Shameful. For me, I'm not surprised because in the northern part of Nigeria, education is not priority for them and expect him to listen to the lecturers. Not that he's wicked, but he should know that if he did not go through same Western education, he would not have been where he is today. And I believe he knows the implication of a nation with derailed educational system, e.g., insurgency, insecurity, kidnapping, unrest, and so on. I would like to support the Senate minority leaders' motion that the president should resign. Like resign? It's like seriously? Nigeria shouldn't have it in mind that these ASUU people are not having the interests of the students at heart, but rather their pockets. They never fought once for the progress of the students, but always fighting for one allowance or the other. That's what somebody says here. Someone said they will spend the money on women. Really? The Buhari-led administration is busy losing money, but he should know that what goes around comes around. Education means nothing to him. Shut down university in the country is the biggest mistake right now. ASUU, you rather destroy a future of civilians. Please, can you tell me how many presidents or rich men children who are schooling here in Nigeria, if I may ask? But does that mean, or does that take the fact that they should not be rewarded, or they should not be well taken care of, or their demands should not be met? Because I don't know what is happening. So they should just, because of this, because their children are overseas studying, they're not in Nigeria, then the ASUU people should do what? They should just continue working and did not demand for anything. I don't think it worked that way, in my opinion. I don't think it worked that way. The government should just do the needful. If they have promised or they've agreed that they are going to do whatever they have promised the ASUU people, let them just do it and move on. I see no reason why they are dragging this whole thing. So guys, let's hear your take concerning this, because if they go on strike, it's not going to be funny. It's not going to be funny at all. So leave your comments below in the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye.